Alright, on today's episode of Gaming with Rin, we are back with Warhammer 4000, 40,000, sorry, it's a number. Warhammer Rope Trader. You know, I don't understand, where did 40,000 come from? Maybe some Warhammer, diehard person can tell me. I never understood the number, but anyway, let's get into it. So, we had just gotten our navigator and our blade dancer lady. Okay, so it says you can enable install DLC in your current playthrough by opening the DLC section in the in-game menu. You can, oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm seeing this message because they just added, I think yesterday, the Lex Imperialis DLC as part of the first season, and I think I should probably activate it because it'll come in Act 2. So technically it's a good thing I didn't progress far enough yet because we can see it, maybe, without restarting. So it says I want to go to the DLC section of the in-game menu. So, sweet, and it takes us right there, and I want to turn this on. So I have Void Shadows already, and I have the Season Pass already, and because I have the Season Pass, I can immediately turn on Lex Imperialis. So Void Shadows is Kabbalah, who was the Death Cult assassin we saw join us in the last episode. And Lex Imperialis will include Solomorn Anthar. So he'll show up probably, I think I said it was Act 2. So we're not quite in Act 2 yet, but we'll be ready for him. It's on. Okay. You're about to enable new content. Once activated, it can't be disabled. No, that's fine. Let's turn it on. Let's do this. Okay. So we just got our Blade Dancer. We're still looking for our Engine Seer, if I recall correctly. Let's see. So we have one... There's a question mark here. We have one place we haven't explored yet. That's Rykad Minoris. Okay, it's just a point of interest. So we're gonna go here. There's a few things we haven't done here. So let's do this one. Alright. Let's see if my voice can take it today. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you've been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on your desk, the sole remnant of Kunrad Voigtvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Step back, or else. The dead only draw closer and closer, and your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. I am the sword's master, not a servant. Remember that. You feel the sword's immense weight pulling you down. You resist its will for a moment longer before collapsing to the ground. The sound of odious laughter. The strain is such that you fear your back could break at any moment. Vogue, the first dawn, is hereby woven into the tapestry of your fate. Seek the second dawn in the hands of she who rises above its future dominion. The former aspirant fell, and thus the new one will become the chosen of the Weaver of Destinies. Make mortals serve you as their god, and become the vassal of the Edge. Interesting. Okay, so you awaken from the vision kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat, with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall the faces and the image of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. So, I can either go religious and get rid of the shard because it's evil, 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 or I can go heretical and pick up the shard and flirt with the darkness. So, I'm playing heretical, so I'm going to flirt with the darkness. You reach your shaking hand out to the shard, now slippery with your blood. You wipe its metallic surface and stash your treasure under your clothes next to your heart and soul, forever seared by the great power of the warp. Yeah. So I'm playing a Psyker, for those who are just, joining us new. My character is a divination and biomancy psychic. So she's got... she's flirting with darkness here. She's not afraid of what's on the other side, and she seeks to try and master it. Which might be very, very stupid, but that's what she's doing. Okay. So let's see where this goes. I can link the account. Okay, so we had just arrived at Rykad Minoris. Or we were almost there. I'm gonna scan it. Alright, I don't know what an Astomir rating is, but we got an Astomir rating. It's considered a civilized world. And type grade is Decuma Secundus. So we got a starport. I can take everybody. We have a full team of 6. That's all my peoples, so let's do it. We have, I think, at least 2 more guys to gather on this world. Coming in hot! Getting shot at. Don't step off the shuttle and get killed. Alright. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance. The smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It's difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Halt! Weapons on the ground, or I'm firing. A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles toward you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malcar. Alright, so our skies are in lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it, and on a shuttle like that? Where did you get it? Stolen from the palace, is it? He is visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads, we've got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? Adira glances around. They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. You must be mistaken. I am the rogue traitor of House von Valencius. The soldier grows more and more pale with every word you say. As soon as you are done speaking, he falls to his knees. My mistake, your lord, ladyship. Didn't recognize you, ma'am. Please pardon my blunder. It's a bloodbath in here. A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. Pardon me, ma'am. Sergeant Lass Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? What is going on here? Unrest, ma'am. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. Then Felix tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykad Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would come to our aid. Cassia lets out a sorrowful sigh. You may continue your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxus. The tech priests linked to its satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykad Minoris. The governor took precautionary methods in order to increase security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better delve with the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. They're crushing us. Oh, I came too late. It's because I did this one last. The scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here at any minute. Cause the rebellion. Ill thoughts, ma'am. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. People are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty. And when those, forgive me, preachers came, they started riling everyone up. Yeah, that's generally how it happens. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just keep coming. More and more of them. We shot a few, but they just keep coming. Wow. You're doing fine work, Malgar, and so are your troops. People like you that hold the Imperium together. I live to serve. The sergeant's grim voice rings with martyr's pride. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come through here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, ma'am. There definitely hasn't been any scissors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at headquarters, your ladyship, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna go see the governor then. If I may report, ma'am, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will boxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send in a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Adira frowns as her gaze grows distant, as if she's looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you've got blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to my last drop. There's a path ahead. Dangerous, but waits me there. The sergeant sighs heavily. All of our roadblocks are gone, and the whole place is in rebels' hands. The city is almost lost, so no help will come. We are surrounded by rebels, and watch your step, man. The streets are chock full of mines. It is remarkable mines lodges itself in your memory. More than anything, you will need to watch the ground and not your surroundings. You'd rather risk a shot from a rebel or a jittery soldier than experience a few handfuls of lethal frag shrapnel resting on top of some 300 grams of explosive bisolane. Okay, what tech priest? A very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Amarant or Amarnat or something like that had recently arrived. Basically, barely answering any of our questions, though. He said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep trouble at bay. Okay. You're a good soldier, Malgar. I see that your heroism is noted. The sergeant blushes slightly. Live to serve. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Alright, so we got some rumors. That would be on the... Alright, so we have... In Chapter 1, this is where we are. There's some... Okay, this is what we gotta do here in the spaceport. And then I gotta do the flagship's blood. I gotta do this on the ship later. Okay, so we'll do this place first. So Lord Inquisitor Xavier Seltzer is supposedly down somewhere. And okay, one of the identified void ships has landed on a large uninhabited world in the system. We have no contacts. Okay. Oops. Is there anything around here that we can... No.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Anything I can interact with? There's guards everywhere. I don't see any stuff you can interact with. Oh, here's some stuff. Give me all the stuff. Okay, I guess we're going...
Did you see that? They almost knocked us out of the air. Some bumbling...
Pull out of you!
Cross them!
She's whining. Okay. We're gonna put you here. Kabbalah is a fighter, so she gets to stand out front with Abelard. You're spindly and weak, so we'll put you behind here. You get to stand and cover here. You're also spindly and weak. Where can I put you that won't get you super killed? We'll put you up there, I guess.
Hold on! Out of my way!
Weather the storm!
Wow, the guards are actually hitting stuff. Okay, so we'll put you there.
I cannot serve you in this way.
Can't jump through the thing. Okay,
As honor ordained.
he parried. That's so not
Trust
fair.
me.
What's this one do? We'll just hold there.
Let's get to it.
They're going after
Brace
Abelard.
yourself, Abelard.
Slaughter someone!
Let's make it quick.
Thanks
Here
for
we
finishing
go.
that dude off. Friendly fire. Alright, what can she do? Maybe I should have moved her a little bit more forward.
Try to die with grace, at least. I'm afraid not. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Indeed.
Alright, now what is this one?
I'm not accustomed to being
She's gonna
ordered
buff
around.
Abelard.
Let's get to it!
They're retreating?
Out of my way.
Wow, you guys are terrible at friendly fire. So terrible. They're stormtroopers, except they're worse than stormtroopers.
It will be done.
I guess I'm gonna come forward. I don't know that I want to stand next to that cover.
On it.
Well,
I'll
there's
see to it
this.
personally.
Magenta.
Guided by faith! Faith without deed.
High momentum.
I'll do it. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
No, it's a little out of her range. Can I knock these guys, or is this ship in the way?
On it. Was that you? Or
You can see them, but it's not getting through the,
onward?
Alright, where are we going here? We've got... Better do these two.
Brings me no pleasure.
She's definitely going to be my primary attack force.
Let's get to it.
Emperor, give me strength.
What do we got here?
Another foe painted black. That is foolishness.
I guess
Isn't
with
this a job for the
Argenta?
serfs?
She's the closest? I don't think she can... It's outside of her range. What's this do? Alright, I wasted that.
Show me what you've got.
Just a minor setback. Follow my lead. Victory is imminent.
Now we just have this guy in the back corner.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it.
I swapped to our other gun. Is that going to be better?
Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, I act.
No, it's not going to be better. Alright. I don't think I can get that far. Nope. So we're going to just...
Will do. Moving out.
Alright, so she can go as far as here.
I bring mercy and retribution.
I don't think she can hop herself across.
As honor ordains. As the tenets demand.
Nope, that's as far as they'll let me get.
Let's make it quick. Aim and duty go hand in hand.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
It's not quite there. He's just protected from that, unfortunately. We
Do not dare
I can't
ask.
either of them. Fine, we'll skip. He'll finish it off. He's got this.
I will do my duty. It will be done. Ha-ha! Reduced to dust!
Alright. Let's pick up the pieces. It's funny how the head, when it's not attached to the body, it sort of still shows up as highlighted. Alright, we got anything else? Because we want all the
Is
stuff.
there money to be made?
Blind madman. Oh, there's a guy here. Blind mad woman, lucky Jaspar. The eyes lie, the final dawn purifies visions. Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Gain true vision, renounce all sight, all will be revealed. Okay then. The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale, nonetheless. As you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. Thank you, my lady. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't good. Wasn't anything good. Who are you? Lucky Jaspar, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. The young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. Are you unharmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lady. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. And they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets babbling nonsense. Okay, he lowers his voice and adds with gravity. The command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense, it's heresy, actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got hold of him and carried him from his post off to who knows where. Okay, and what exactly were you doing here on your own? Following Governor Medina's special instructions, namely, grits his teeth with a pain expression furrowing his brow. Oh right, it's a secret assignment, I can't talk about it. What you know is priceless intelligence, and if you were to die before you could relay it to anyone, that would make me a saboteur and a traitor, wouldn't it? Yes, you're right, this is an emergency. He looks relieved. So why did they send you to the starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes, and how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium has sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rykad Minoris, the prison planetoid. The Iraq 5 station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a recluse bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or captain here to give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon. He stops talking a little too abruptly. Tell me about Iraq 5. There's not much anyone can tell you about it. The station belongs to the Navis Nobilit themselves. Emperor knows what they do up there, or who even lives there. They scorn ordinary folk. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is the esteemed Yvain Winterscale. It's beginning to sound like he's complaining. That place is creepy. They say they order shuttles with service from Rykad Minoris on a regular basis. I guess they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves, huh? Except I've never met anyone who has served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Your brothers and sisters lived and died for a great cause, serving a navigator house, and therefore all of the Imperium. It is a high honor, one that few could bear. Only now does Jespar notice Cassia, and his eyes go wide with fear. He opens and closes his mouth a few times, helpless like a fish, unable to utter a sound. Instead, he just nods nervously. Is there something else you're hiding from me? Isn't there more classified secrets? It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason I'm here. My betrothed is missing, Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Yvain Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Rykadi Filia, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then this rebellion started up down here, and we lost communication. No one knows what they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back, and these rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I want to find a place that's high up, set a broadcaster, and send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me. And as I was running, I tripped and broke the caster. He hangs his head sadly. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That is why all members of a void ship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant to the Emperor is to their duty, there is always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and orders. Worry not, your Raquel is alive. I met her on Rykadi Filia. Really? That's marvelous. May the Emperor protect you for 1,000 years and 1,000 more for bringing me such good news. He beams in elation. I'll name my firstborn after you, I swear. In fact, I'll name all my children after you. Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Jesper mumbles evasively. Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words come flying at the rate of stubber fire. The rebels are strange. We would have easily quelled a normal riot. But we're not some commoners or Rykadians, the naval elite of House Winterscale. These people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks are so precise. It's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now she is the real danger. Adira scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She can see into the future, is that right? Well, we'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright now, that the Lord Captain is involved. I'm looking for an interrogator of the Inquisition who may have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? Jespar's face turns gray as he says, I have. I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition. Alright, I know who Winterscale is. I'm not gonna bother. It's my pleasure to be of service to you, my lady. It's been nice to chat to someone normal. Glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. Let's take my leave. You're right, we shouldn't stay here or we might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lady. Alright, anything else over here besides that dude with some info? There's a box of stuff. We always want the stuff. Okay. Because, you know, we are a rogue trader. We gotta find things to trade. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in that direction. Okay. Continue.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none!
I will take you down.
Guess we're putting her back there. Is she there for now? She's here for now. Is everybody?
Here we go.
Oh wow.
Hold on.
That hurt. Alright, so...
But of course.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
I should
On it.
probably protect myself first. Blind you, so you can't do that again. Until we get to you.
Let's get to it.
Oof.
Let's make it quick.
Holy shit.
Scared,
We lost one already. Capella's already down. It didn't take long. Can I brace her? Doesn't look like it.
Faith without deed is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Rejoice in battle!
Even taught you to fight like this!
The friendly fire in this game is hilarious, but oh my god, it's gonna get me killed.
Here we go.
Who's next?
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. Brace yourself, Abelard. I will do my duty.
Let's get to it.
Oh boy, I would have loved to have my sword dancer on that side. And then I have to redo this one.
Out of my way.
We'll see.
Clad in scarlet.
Oh, that's a little bit overkill.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Strike is a prayer.
Let's get to it.
Will do. Farewell.
Take as many as we can.
Anything else?
She's gonna go down soon too.
Was that you? Or
Let's make it quick.
Glad he's blinded.
guided by faith? Doubt is for the weak.
Here we go.
Thanks for that.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Hold the line, Abelard. Let's see if she can
Be
finish
careful
him
not
off.
to cross my gaze. I'm afraid not.
Who's next, Abelard?
High momentum.
Don't let your guard down.
Boost him. Try and protect her from falling, but we'll see how successful that is.
Who, if not me? It's as good as done. Another enemy down.
Alright, let's just flank and finish him off.
Not this Scryer's job. Will do.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Well, that kind of sucked. Well, it didn't help much there. Because she got knocked down too quickly by the exploding barrel, which I didn't realize they exploded. I thought they were just barrels. Alright, my bad, my bad.
Let us not dawdle.
So we've got a crippled leg. Oh, great. Fresh injury. Visit the void ship or use a med kit. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait until we can get back to the...
Attention to detail is the key to success.
The Emperor favors me today.
So we've got streets to the capital or whatever's in here. Oh good, we have med packs. So my Medicaid is 60. This is 30, so I guess I should give the med packs to my main character. I'm on healing duty now. Okay, I should probably give that to you, because you're my speed. Let's add those to cargo. All my extra weapons. What else we got here? Black chest plates. Regular laser guns. Prison diary, I don't need those anymore. No police. Lab journals. Keep that one. I can't, that's a quest item. Those two won't let me sort. I guess anything that is gold. Well-maintained sniper rifle. Is that better than mine? Long glass? No, it's not better than mine. We got shotgun, cargo. They're sorting. Okay. Well, I don't see any other equipment I need to equip. She can have, like, the grenades. I don't see anyone else using them. I'll give her some grenades. We'll just go with it. Alright. I don't know where this goes, but we'll see. We got 2 doors. This one looks like it's just a warehouse. Judging by the caustic smell and oily stains, Prometheum was previously stored here. It must have fallen into the hands of heretics.
I always keep my options open.
Good luck.
I
Please
always
save.
get the job done.
Ooh, we got Death World Origin light black armor. Anyone use that?
I will lead us to fortune.
So it's only 20. Okay, it's better than what she's wearing.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright. We continue on.
Over there!
At least it's warning me before it lets me die.
See? Right there. I better myself through my service. Duty prevails.
We got this, guys. Oh. Next event.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech freak! We need to take him alive!
Find it, and let their enemies flee.
What's he doing? Fall back!
He exploded it. And killed his entourage.
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
Oh, he's speaking for himself. Cool.
Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ah, placid.
I'm Rogue Trader Rinbon Valensis. I mean, you know ill.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation.
Oh, good.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
I see. How did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
Yeah, no shit.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Who are you?
I identify as Magos Pascal Hanema of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
You're a little bit far from there, buddy.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts in the Furibunda system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
You did not even know how you caused an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
Okay.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
So he's like a tech priest of Mars. Interesting.
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location.
He's looking for someone.
My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
You must be quite devoted to your mentor, to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death. With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumph in service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Okay, so I gotta take somebody out. Argenta's been pretty useless. But I need her for the demolitions. So who do I like better, Adira or Cassia? Adira's a bit more control, but Cassia has like glass cannon type, area kills. Plus she lets people take second turns. So we'll put Adira back, because I duplicate a lot of her skills myself, being a psyker with divination. Yeah, we'll do that. So first we're gonna upgrade him. I need him because this is his quest. Then I can sort of alternate them. So what does it recommend? Doesn't really care. They're both like, both the Pascal and my psyker girl, Adira, are operators, so they're kind of, it makes sense to take one and not both. What do we got? We'll do sharpshooting, I guess. We'll put perception up. We'll alternate. Recommend these two. Logic. It's nice that it tells you, like, it compares it with everybody else. Oh wow, he has the highest tech use. So, I guess I'll be doing lockpicking. What do we got? It'll make him, We'll go with that. Okay, so...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So I need Argenta for mines. Anything else?
We should deal with this.
see what others do not.
I'll take all the medkits I can
Keep your
get.
wits about you.
So...
I know how to take risks.
Can I fix you guys?
I need your full cooperation.
Though I gave thee my blood and my pain, thou hast ordained that I shall live.
How come this one doesn't...
Hold still.
That one must be
I
removed,
can
the other
see
one
bright
doesn't.
colors again.
Okay. Alright, let's do
Always
this.
keep your eye on the prize.
In spite of your years, your body and spirit remain.
Okay, well, I cut you off. Quit your whining. I've seen the tech priest do it once. I even brought a sensor to him. Of course, I'll list. Oops. I assume it's gonna blow up. Alert! Profane violation of the algorithm. Oh, holy shit. Ouch. Oh, how do I get there? Where's this? I do not know how we get up there. I guess we'll have to... maybe later this will go up? Alright, we'll keep looking.
I always keep my options open.
That exploded good. Yeah, looks like I should be able to take this as an elevator up. Can I go here? Why is it, do I just, like, stand on it? Oh, okay. There's an icon.
Is there money to be made?
Sin skin. It's better than what I'm wearing right now. Because it gives me dodge. If the agility is more than 40. What's my agility? It is not. Maybe it will be one day. Alright, let's go.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright. Holy shit.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Show them no mercy.
Can I put him over here? I'm trying to get him to the console. Yes.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Who? Well, that definitely improves things.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Wow, Argenta, wow.
I'll see to it personally. I refuse. On it.
Can't see her.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. Your end was inevitable.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
High momentum.
My place is at the fore. I took care of this one. It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs? If only that were possible. If I may.
Alright, go here.
No. Death is a blessing. Trust me. The other
Alright.
side awaits.
We exploded them good with the turrets. Nothing else. Might as well gather up all the gear to sell it. And yes, we'll collect all that stuff. Next section. Okay. We have a dude. A young man in planetary guard uniform salutes you. Your ladyship, Private Camille Regias, ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. Forget to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and to critical losses and heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force is destroyed as well. You can set up for the command center. A success to failure ratio of combat objectives completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor males. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belongs to someone else. Apologies, your ladyship. The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear. It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we get issued whatever's left. It isn't always the right size. Your Mouth is full of mud, soldier. You are hiding something behind beaming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? The soldier gulps nervously into the stern gaze of Cassia's ruby eyes. Fear, I guess? In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for, and I'm not done with life just yet. How did you make it out if your entire convoy perished? The Emperor protected me. The soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your ladyship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and others had already died. The Emperor rests their souls. What can you tell me about the insurgency? The grateful rabble rose in rebellion against the plaintiff's lawful governor and his lordship Caligos Rintoshgale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They're all heretics, deserving of the most terrible death. Order will be restored, the guilty will be punished. Enough talking, let's go to the command center. Yes, your ladyship, we have to take this avenue. It leads from the starboard right to the command center. It's a short walk.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, we got levels. Levels! Alright, my tech use is a little higher than my logic. So now that I have Pascal, I don't need tech use as much. So let's just go up with logic for now. Or should I do Medicaid so I have better healing? Just make myself the healer of the group. So it won't let me upgrade intelligence again, but I can do perception. Maybe I should have done agility to get that bonus on my armor. For next time, I'll try and remember that. What would I recommend? Have that one already. Alright. Sure. I'm gonna go with their recommended stuff as much as possible, so you can see what they maybe intended these characters to be. I'll just do this one. Commerce. She's my only character with commerce right now.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Okay, we get some stuff. We'll steal his booze.
Always keep your eye
He's
on the
dead.
prize.
He doesn't need it, right? Okay, so the temple's locked. We've got a lock and key shadowed person. What do we got here? Oop. Pascal's better than I am at picking locks now.
Operation successful.
Okay.
Over there.
Oops.
I did it?
You did what? The young man sighs. There remains my squad. Once we put down the rebellion, they'll be given the last honors they deserve as soldiers fallen in a righteous battle. The battlefield looks highly suspicious. Half your comrades maybe even had the chance to draw their weapons in the direction of shots as well as the attack. The attackers knew exactly what path the group would take and how large it would be. The enemy is smart and cunning. Perhaps they were watching us. In this report, the governor. Too many parts of your story fail to add up. I'm beginning to wonder if you are a traitor. I swear, your ladyship, I may have gotten a few things mixed up from inexperience, but that's why they don't add up. Please, let's walk to the governor's command center. I must carry out my orders. Once we get there, you can have the intelligence run a check on me. I'm a loyal soldier, and that's the truth. Do not believe him, Lord Captain. Pale green is seeping from every word, and I know this color of deceit well. I once mistook Felix's words, so humble and full of sweetness, for sincerity. In truth, they were poison. I'm gonna keep walking for now because I can eliminate him. I'm not worried about,
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
like...
The Emperor favors me today.
Like, he can ambush me, but they'd probably ambush me anyway. I don't see the difference.
Let us not dawdle.
Nothing this side. Emperor protects. For Aurora and the Final Dawn. Okay, so I could have killed him and avoided one additional character here.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Spare none of them!
So if I put her here...
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Try to die with grace, at least.
Dumbasses.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I shall not fail.
Oh, fuck, wrong button.
You could do
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Come on,
I wanted
Mark,
to
trust
jump
me.
or not. Alright, whatever. Just wanted to jump her a little bit closer. There's more guys in that direction. Interesting. At least we covered the initial group.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Vindicated.
Alright, that one's down.
Hold on. Out of my way.
Alright, so I'm gonna send her this way.
I am your blade and shield.
So we've gotta go over here.
As
Off yourself
honor
to
ordains.
safety, shall we?
I'm ready for whatever comes.
Where's Abelard?
I'll see to it, personally. It's as good as...
You never stood a chance.
Alright. Our spell moves up.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binary override. Request approved.
Should have done that first. How come he doesn't set off the bombs? Okay, we'll
I've
get the
seen
guy at
worse
the
battles
flank
than this
first.
in my time. One fewer time.
Momentum.
There's another one up there.
Indeed. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Alright. Can I further glass cannon
Step
her? Or
aside.
is she not
The navigator is
able
coming.
to cease down the stairs? Okay, I might as well just...
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Can
That
give me
is
another shot?
foolishness.
There are only Argentos and... Alright. How far away is this guy?
Rejoice in battle!
Let's see if she can hit that far. No.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh well, she can get herself
God
here.
Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! Strike is a prayer.
Alright, plank solved. Bella has to disarm
I do
this.
what I must. Death comes in silence. Death is a blessing. Trust me.
Let's stop her there. They're waiting at the bottom of the stairs. Can I sharpshoot that far? Yep.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll see to it personally.
Whatever's. Did he hit that far?
Running binaric override. My vow is vital function successfully terminated.
Alright.
A tactically sound approach.
You can get that far.
At your beck and call.
Emperor, give me strength.
Slightly too far.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
You can get himself
Indeed.
down there.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Let's get to it.
Oh, you screwed now, buddy. She can reach you.
As the tenant. As honor ordains.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Advancing. Request approved.
A little bit outside of range.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent.
We did it. The wounded young man looks at you spitefully and hisses, "Your victory means nothing. Aurora will come for you, and even if she doesn't, no one will escape the final dawn." Updating data catalog. The characteristic tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rykad Minoris to run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance or negligence. It can only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. This phenomenon is depressing. So you are the traitor. You led your convoy into an ambush, didn't you? Haha, no. Your entire convoy is gone. I took the whining pup Camille's uniform. 6 months that the governor's underlings taught me their ways. I had no trouble posing as one of them. I had to make sure you scum didn't decide to turn around and fly home instead of walking straight into the ambush. The young man rasped and split spuddy phloem. Don't let it get to your head that you took us down. My comrades are many and they are coming for you. And if they are not, anyway, you'll see for yourself. So who is Aurora? What is Final Dawn? A spark of madness flashes through the young man's eyes. Aurora is the hidden truth. No one is worthy of seeing her face, but those who are loyal to her will stand by her side at the hour of the final dawn that will consume all. They will, but not you. You are an enemy of Aurora, and so you will be vanquished. Finish the wounded man, death to heretics and traitors. I do not fear death at the hands of filthy dogs mired in their own lives. Take my soul, Aurora. Okay. We gotta figure out who Aurora is. Let me just run back and shoot you with my sniper rifle. And steal your shit. You hit a flamer. Okay. So, what do we got up here? Anything interesting? Oh, we got a dead body. in there. This guy. Oops. Success is measured in your blood. In blood, yours and your enemies.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oops, I'm over here.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill
Stuff.
omen.
What's this? I should probably give that to my blade dancer. Emergency injector. Keep her alive.
Is there money to be made?
To do more damage. Find madman. Finish checking up here.
Attention
first.
to detail is the key to success.
Let's go.
I better myself through my service.
I always have a backup plan.
Give me all the things. Anything else up here? No? Okay. I'm gonna check my map out. It says there's a box here. Oh, there's a dude. And there's a thing here. Aha. Let's get that. That's a purple box. It's nice that the map kind of tells you where stuff is. Okay, I think we got it all. Alright, so we're going over here, I guess?
Keep your wits about you.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Sergenta. Solo there. She goes forward with Abelard. Pascal. I guess we'll just throw him over there for now. Cassia can stand there. Alright, let's do this. That's a better spot. So,
Doubt is for the weak.
A dance of blades and shadows. Brings me no pleasure. This goes against the tenets.
Oh, there's more guys in that direction. Okay.
Let's make it quick. Here we go.
Oh, there's another guy I didn't see over there.
There is only death, yours or mine.
I guess we'll put
My
him this
place is
way.
at the fore. I'd rather not. At your beck and target well struck. It will be done. Indeed.
Alright. Put her over here so I can take these two out.
Do not dare ask. If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Trust me.
Alright, move up.
On it.
Another enemy down.
At least I'm getting better at sniping.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
route. Forward. The scriptural. Running binaric override.
Guided by fate.
Let's just put her close. She can do the most damage.
I'll do it. You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Ha 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 ha. Well, they tore a big chunk of the city here.
A disorganized rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Rykad Minoris. Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here? I am not convinced.
Yeah, well...
Perhaps the Undying One did not claim him at the right time, and now he occupies a place that is not his. We will soon find out.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Alright, so we can go down. Or we can keep going up.
Let us not dawdle.
Let's see what's down the secret path. Alright, there's nothing else down here. I guess that's just to get to the chest then. Alright, so we can go back or we can go down. Maybe I better check everything that's on the map.
Always keep your
before I
eye
go
on
to
the
next
prize.
one. Unless this is completely blocked. There's stuff down there. Yeah, let's clear this area.
You will beg for mercy, and I will grant none.
Let the blood flow.
Zavala. Abelard.
We should deal with this.
Pascal.
Out of my way! Chaos guides me.
Wow, there's a big group here.
This is the body.
Alright, I'm gonna stand here.
Don't let your guard down. Well, what do we have here? It's as good as done. Your end was inevitable. I'll make it happen.
Can I move her
Be
here
careful
and then
not to
use
cross
her?
my gaze. I'm afraid not. Painted black.
Take the one off me. Or off her, I should say. Aw, that didn't quite work.
On it.
Never
we
stood
go.
a chance.
Crush the feeble.
Yeah, line up. Okay. saw that coming.
An offering of blood.
We're gonna stand here.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. Rejoice in battle! I'll do it. Irritated.
Okay.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I should have done that.
Aim for the heart next time.
Ruinous powers!
I will do my reduce at dust.
Momentum.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target. It will be done. Indeed.
All right.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Caught by the web.
I shall
Move to
not
this side.
as honor ordains. Come, the other side awaits.
I forgot about him.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Weak!
I'll make it happen. I won't stand for it.
So why don't we go over here then?
Who if not me? I'll make it happen.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed.
Where's Abelard? I can either jump Cabela, run and gun
I am a
her.
navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, I can't run and gun her. Alright, that was useless. I should have done Abelard.
I've suffered worse.
I forgot this guy was still alive. Alright.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak.
Nope.
My vow is to serve.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I can get a
I will
spell
do my
back to that. Charge.
It will be done.
Is she burning?
As the tenants demand.
I serve the ruinous powers.
He's running and shooting me from afar.
It's as good as done.
Well, I tried.
I'll see to it personally.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. As duty demands.
He's very deadly. Okay. Let's go back to the side and clear over here.
Is there money to be made?
We're looking, we're looking. There's something down there. Highlighted. Something over here. I want to loot all the things. Okay.
I'm restless.
Can I walk you around?
Never doubt me.
Okay, so it looks like there is a back way down here as well. Oh, miss this. I guess I'm gonna go this way.
I always keep my options open.
Oh,
I'll make an example out of you.
Crush them!
I guess we're gonna stand here in the center. I'm over here.
Let's get to it.
Nope. I guess I should have cleared from above.
Painted black. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Maybe I should have done Rim.
Request approved.
Well, whatever. We'll clear this last one.
I'm here, maggots.
Ooh, they're all the way up on the tower.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
Should have gone around the back.
Scared yet?
Let's get to it. Let's make it quick.
Looks like the ladder's up there.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Actually.
The shadows will see it done. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Yeah, I want to put my sniper up there.
On it. I won't compromise my principles.
Alright, I think she's gonna have to stay on the ground, so stay
I
low.
will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Can I hit that high? No. Can I hit something up there? Nope.
Let's get to it.
Here we go.
I think I'll push him up these stairs.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Uh-oh. He has to move closer.
Victory is imminent.
slaughter someone.
I should go up to support
give
him.
me strength. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain, try to die with grace, at least.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, we're trying to get up to that tower.
Show me what you've got.
With my sniper.
Hold on. Out of my way.
So if I send Cabela and Rin up
Let's
there
get to it.
with maybe Pascal. I think I should probably leave Pascal and
Death comes in silence.
up she goes.
Death is a blessing.
It's my tower now. Oh come on, I tried to jump into that square. So mean. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Shoot this guy in the back.
Who, if not another
My
enemy
tower
down?
now. We have one more tower to go climb up to.
I'll see to it personally.
Oops. For everyone. Alright, you two get to guard the ground.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Step one more over. Okay.
Spectral prognosis is favorable.
I'm in, maggot. Scared yet?
Let's make it quick.
Can I get rid of this?
Follow my lead. Nothing's impossible for this old officer. It will be done. Grey hair, sure hand. Indeed. Ah!
Alright. Her there. Go get
That is
Evelyn.
foolishness. Be careful
Over
not
here
to
then?
cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs? As duty demands.
Can
If
you
I
run
may.
around the corner?
Here we go.
Oop.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Hold on. Out of my way.
Time to slaughter someone.
I am your blade and shield. As honor or killing brings me no pleasure.
Alright.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. It's as good as done.
Sniper versus sniper.
I'll see to it personally. Here's my perfect moment.
Okay. Tower's mine.
Rejoice in battle. can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands.
Alright, she's clearing the rabble there. Pascal gets to move for this one.
Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Let's get to it. Show me what you got.
Let's get to it.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done. Reduced to dust! Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
High momentum.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I never saw painted black. If only that were possible. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, she's gonna head back down.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
I'm gonna head over here and start sniping.
I'll make it happen.
She's finished her side. She's gonna start heading back.
Guided by faith!
Pascal's almost done. You don't want to stand in his face.
I'm in, man.
My ears are ringing. My place is at the fore.
We did it. Oh, okay. Hold on. No.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
Let's
dust.
clear this tower first, because there's like tons of stuff up here. Sniper gloves. Okay, hold on, bud. So this now goes to Pascal. Where's the sniper gloves? Pascal's now my tech brief with tech use. Chainmail. Black armor's a little bit better. That in cargo. This in cargo. That in cargo. All those in cargo. Into these. And these. And those. Oh, hold on. Always add to the cargo zone. That's what I should be doing. Always add to cargo. Just so I don't have to keep doing this every single time. Okay. What's this one? Hand flamers? Yeah, that's fine. I don't need flamers. We have a regular flamer. That's a little... Stud carbine is better than her shotgun. So let's swap that up. What's this one? A bow hammer? Okay. A little bit of inventory maintenance required. You've got the sword right now, which is 7 to 12. Silent verdict. Okay, you're gonna use that. It's a two-handed sword. Oh, hold on, it's a death cult sword. That goes to her. Although this is better than the noble sword. So now we're on that one. I'll hold on to that for now. These ones are heretical. So... +5 against ranged. I can use either of these. I'm not fortress. Maybe one day she'll go up on that. Okay, what was this? Heretical follower. Alright, I assume you'd be fortress, but guess not. What else we got? Lace pistols. Okay. There, I think we've sorted our inventory out a little bit. Is this one? Okay. Take this.
I always have a backup plan.
There's another box up here. No shotgun. A helmet of determination. Is she iconoclast? I can't tell. Alright, well. Let's go back down and let's clear this backside of all our peoples and items and things. Okay, there's a blind
This
map.
ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
What'd you see? Where are you, Abelard? You're over here.
Attention to detail is the key to
Okay,
success.
I see.
The Emperor sets my path. Join me in prayer. Duty prevails.
Alright.
Keep your wits about you.
Go up here. Alright, you don't want to go to the western side or leave the map yet. We're still searching this one. For all the things. Get rid of this gun. Examine. The anti-aircraft battery certainly was constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes as no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to the machine spirits of such ancient construction. Let's get rid of that. Can't we just, like, turn it off so that, you know, Or we don't know if the rebels are going to come back, so we're just going to take it out. Oh, I see the purple box. It's all the way down there. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The sky above is safe for flying again. Alright. Hold on. The purple box is all the way down here. What happened?
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, we get more, healing things.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
I need your full cooperation.
My frail organics required it.
Okay, so we have a warehouse.
Always
Let's
keep
check
your
the
eye on
warehouse.
prize.
No. Okay, we're not going to do that yet. So go to warehouse. Got goods here. I'm trying to steal all the things. Because we sell this stuff for profits. Aha.
Operation successful.
As it should be.
Alright, so we have down a warehouse and the western side. Let's go to the warehouse.
Let us not dawdle.
Oh. So, on her journey across the world, caught in the throes of heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretic's gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls. Okay, so we ran a cursory glance for the room assessing the situation. Huh. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had repulsive faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was their look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks as they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and voxcasters took up most of the space. Against their background, the structure in the center stood out oddly. An enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. Okay. Peered into the darkness. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at the barrels would decimate the number of heretics on Rykad Minoris. Let's see what happens next. As if commanded by a grim unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once, and in a single movement parted. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned towards a metal structure with a lens on top of it. Standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else, your holy final dawn, bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hands, the lens had turned and its focus rays feasted on the prisoner's eyes. What, you're using focused sunbeams to blind folks. Okay. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed the stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced herself and... So I can shoot the warp lens to destroy it. I can blow up the fuel barrels to thin the ranks, or I can charge... Let's just thin the ranks. Let's do it. Let's blow up the fuel barrels.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none!
The
Alright.
monsters demand your death!
Let's go there. Uh-oh. Everyone else is farther back. So we're gonna have to move you guys out a bit. Let's just put you back here for now. Oops. Let's do this and put her in a safety spot. Alright, let's do this.
Death to non-believers!
Okay, there's a fire barrel over there. There's one over there. I don't know that I want to stand here. But let's go here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury!
Alright, that works. Take it out of my way so I don't die. Do I want to stand over here maybe? Yeah. There's lots of people I can shoot from. You're the leader. Let's
Honest.
spin some
Your
ranks.
end was inevitable. I'll make it happen. Who, if not me? It's as good as done.
Let's start stacking exploits on their leader. There's a nice barrel over there.
I bring ruin!
Okay, we'll put Abelard in this direction. See if you can clear these ranks.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Okay. You got a lot of explosives around them. Okay, sure, you do that.
I'm not
Finish that one.
accustomed to being ordered around.
I will endure.
Wait, what did you do that for?
Do not dare ask. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll see to it personally.
As the tactical imperative dictates. My vow is to serve.
Chaos guides me.
I will not die in dishonor. As the tenets demand.
Uh-oh.
I've suffered worse.
Out of my way!
Okay, let's move her in.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without
Let's make some opportunities. I'll make it happen. Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally.
You're killing the lens on your own. Alright, so he's gonna come up this way.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I took care of this one. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Okay, there's two horrors. Thanks for that. Alright, we're gonna put her here.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. If I may.
Full burst. How come she can't use her attack?
This is unacceptable.
Alright, that was a waste. I guess because he's standing too close.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
A dance of blades and shadows. As honor or death is a blessing. Trust me.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Just clearing that side. Oh, there's a guy.
Just a minor setback.
Okay.
Guided by faith. Doubt is for the weak.
Really?
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it.
Oh, she got one of them.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me?
Such is the will of chaos.
Come. The other side awaits.
Pain and duty go hand in hand. One fewer target. I will do my duty.
Okay.
Victory is imminent.
They're hiding in the back corner.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Me?
Okay, there's the staff. Magenta or Ren? Let's do Ren.
I'll see to it perfectly.
Sniper.
It's as good as done.
Who's left? Just the guy all the way back there.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing. I shall not fail.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I'm not interested.
I am your doom.
Oops.
Emperor, give me strength. I'm afraid not.
Where's Ren?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll make it happen.
The archenemy's foul fingerprints are all over this place. A nest of wickedness. The heretics met the only end possible. Death at the hands of faithful servants of the Emperor.
Alright, we did it. Steal all the things. Okay. Oh look, I can hit tab to highlight stuff on the ground. And this one... Okay, there's some...
I always keep my options
there's some
open.
stuff to interact with here. Let's shut off the steam. Alright. We got levels. Alright, this is my character. Okay, I'm gonna increase the range of my psychic powers. We'll increase logic. Should I give myself more lore? Maybe I should give myself more lore since now I have Pascal. Okay. Immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. Like revenge. I'm gonna make her immune to stuff coming from a specific direction. Okay, let's try that. She can heal herself. I think I'd give her more. Maximum, that's her health, is increased by dodge divided by 10. Okay, we'll give her more health. She's at 42 right now. Okay, so that's the only one he doesn't have. Perfect timing. Okay. Better cover. Well, I don't put him in cover a lot, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. And give him Xenos lore. This one? She's the only one I have on demolitions, so... Okay, so that gives, whenever any ally uses a heroic act, they gain temporary wounds. Okay, let's increase the range of her voice. Alright. Now I'm gonna save, because I have a feeling this thing is something, Okay, let's do this stuff.
Just as I planned. Keep your wits about you.
There's a guy over here. Oh. The machine spirits up favorably upon you, you overcome the cogitator's defenses. Message archive loads up. Judging by the accompanying notes, the messages were meticulously transferred from paper to the sacred machine storage. Okay. Heed the words of the Harbinger of Aurora. Let it be known that that prophesized hour is nigh, and the faithful must triple their efforts. Those who stand in the way of our salvation must be swept away. Let it be revealed to you that the enemy is about to receive reinforcements. Remember the name Rin von Valentius. Her ship has already entered the system. We should expect the enemy to appear near our positions. Whoever rids our comrades of this threat will be granted Aurora's special blessing. A chance to stand at the prophet's side when the hour comes. Be vigilant. Let the final dawn come. Aurora's harbingers wish you to know, comrades, that the von Valentius ship is heading for the navigator station. You have time to prepare a warm welcome for the enemy. Von Valencia's ship is headed for Rykad Philia. We pray that our comrades there manage to vanquish Aurora's enemy on their own. But you must anticipate the worst and do everything to make sure Von Valencia's path definitively ends on Rykad Minoris. Tell the Harbingers we've intercepted a convoy of the governor's underlings who were supposed to meet that Von Valencia's last. Not only one of the whole convoy got away, but he's not long for this world. No one's making it to the governor's whole. Not that youngster or the ones he's supposed to meet. Our comrades have gotten their hands on a guard's voxcaster, and these fools have no clue we can hear all their comms. We know that their every move, and we're going to throw them a final welcome party. Aurora must have no doubts that we'll do whatever it takes to stop our enemies let the final dawn come.
Success
Markings
is the
on
only
the
outcome I
voxcaster
accept.
belong to the planetary wardens.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I better myself through my service.
What's this? There's stuff there. Aurora's sermon. It's coming. It's drawing ever nearer. Be the word of Aurora, abandon all your mundane affairs. Ambition is but dust. Desire is but rust upon the metal of the soul. The final dawn is coming. It will put an end to all worldly vanities.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay. So we got a cloak. Who does not have a cloak right now? Guess warp damage would make sense for her. She's doing warp stuff. What's this one? No. No, she has one. That's fine. Black chest plate. We're putting that in cargo. Putting that in cargo. Heavy leather armor. You wear that, right? He's already wearing that. Anything else we got? I usually tell the stuff that starts piling up is stuff you want to put away. We have another med pack for you. I don't care about that one. We'll hold on to those for now. Okay. Inventory storage managed. Okay, so I can't do anything into this mirror thing?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There's a door there. There's a door here. Start opening doors. Let's look at
What's that?
Whoa. Goes in a circle here.
I'm restless. Nothing escapes my sight.
Oh, oh, oh.
The light of terror shines for us. Never doubt me. Cast your eye there. The Emperor favors me today.
Alright, let's clear this hall. Get some experience points while we're doing it.
I better myself through my service. Never doubt me. The Emperor favors me today.
Alright. Cleared this back path. Oh, there's stuff there. No, no.
I always have a backup plan.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
That's how it's done.
Anything else? We've got explosives. Okay, there's something over there. There's a box here. There's stairs back down this way. With that leads me to the sewers. I guess that is something we check out in a second. What's this?
The machine god grants me insight.
The vault can be opened by the cogitator. All that remains is to figure out how to awaken it. Okay, so power.
Operation successful.
Just as I planned.
Am I supposed to like follow the red? Nothing happens.
I always keep my options open.
What's this way? Okay, so we can get the exit up and exit down.
My success is an irrefutable
Everything appears to be
certainty.
correct. So, and
Keep
then
your wits
we're
about
following
you.
red, I guess?
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Nothing happens.
Operation successful.
Access received.
The machine god grants me insight.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Everything appears to be correct.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay, so keep following red.
Operation successful.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
This explorator is blessed with
We
multifunctionality.
did it. One of the wheeler deals warp damage. The damaged character also suffers burning. Alright, so I think the only one doing any warp damage is her. Okay. So we're gonna save because I think we did it. Now. I'm surprised we didn't have to do anything with the mirror.
Let us not dawdle.
Am I supposed to, like, attack the mirror? Guess I don't have to. So we're gonna go upper way. Upper way, I guess we're gonna go back to the sewers. Let's go below. Hive sewers. Under hive
I
level?
always keep my options open. This is intriguing.
What is? What are we looking at? This?
Success is the only outcome I accept. Crimson is a good color
The
for battle
shadows
attire.
reveal their
Enemies will
secrets.
perceive no weakness, not even if you are bleeding.
My augmentations allow me to function effectively, even in the event of extensive blood loss. This is what should concern those who dare to stand against the servant of the Omnissiah in battle.
Alright, anyone else? There's a downward path here. So I can't see that very well. Go down there.
I see what others do not.
Duty prevails. See? Right there.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
More melee damage against
Rise to the
demons?
top, or get left in the dust.
Watch out.
Just as I planned.
Whoa.
Not the heretic to live!
It will be done.
Herald of Siege.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
And crap.
Death comes in silence. As the tenants demand. Trust me.
Did you just teleport? Alright.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Wow. She really sucks.
Request a pretty significant value.
Scared yet?
They're beating her up.
My faith shields me. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a prayer. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Oh man, she has the least accuracy.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're gonna go here. Ooh.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. On it.
I'll see to it. Gather enemy down. Who if not me?
Let's get to it. Show me what you've got. I'm here, maggot. Scared yet? Let's get to it.
Out of my way. Let's make it quick.
Alright, Abelard is gonna
Follow
finish
my
this one
lead.
off.
It will be done.
Keep going that way. To head them off. This guy's sending everybody off after me. Oh, he's gonna kill those guys. Oh boy.
I bring mercy and retribution. As honor ordained. Trust me.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. If I may.
I don't think she can reach him, so we're just gonna wait. The scale's moving in.
Explorators know one route. Forward. My vow is to serve.
He also moves forward.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Don't expect her to hit that.
Time to slaughter someone.
Here we go.
I better go after this side.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Too far.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Show me what you've got. I'm here, maggot. Scared yet?
Out of my way.
Oh boy. I don't think we'll be able to save many of these guys.
A tactically sound approach.
We'll see what we do.
That's not the Seneschal's job. We'll rule the stars themselves. My place is at the fore.
Let's see what we can do here.
I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
Will it be faster for her to go that way or straight? Definitely this way.
I am your blade and shield.
Me?
Okay. I don't think I can see Abelard, but I'll try. No, it's just out of range.
Advancing.
Rejoice in battle!
Let's get to it.
Well, Abelard, you're gonna hold this one on your own.
Let's get to it.
Bryn's gonna come to back you up.
I'll make it happen.
Time to slaughter someone. Let's get to it. Show me what you've got.
Victory is imminent, like the aftermath of an orbital strike.
Damn it! He really doesn't like people.
High momentum.
Okay. She's almost caught up.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Still seems faster to just follow.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Hey.
Here we go.
She moves up.
I'll see to it that never stood a chance. It's as good as done.
Let's get
Oh, I had another shot. Damn.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed, reduced to dust. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Damn it! Where'd he go?
A dance of
Oh,
blades
now I gotta take
and
the rest of them.
shadows.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Running by narrow sunlight.
A little bit out of range.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
I'm here, maggot.
I'll make it happen. Another enemy down. Your end was inevitable.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is I took care of this one. It will be done. Brace yourself, Abelard.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
You guys just can't keep
Give
up.
me strength.
I am ready for whatever comes.
That'll be a hard shot.
I'll see to it personally.
Well, it worked.
Follow my lead. I will do my...
We did it. We killed the demon of Sienge in the sewers of the upper whatever. Alright, well that kind of sucked because like everybody had to die for that. At least we were leveled up enough to do it. Oh.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Over there!
Over where? Over where? Oh, there's something up there. Okay, I'll grab it. What's this? Hypnotizing pendant. When the wearer successfully hits with a single shot attack, this target suffers slowed. Can I put that on
Let's
me?
not waste time with pleasantries.
Do that, I guess. What else we got? Anything else down here? And then I guess we've done the sewers section. I guess that was the point of the sewers. So we've cleared out the demon.
I know how to take risks.
Okay, level up. Oh, what do we got here? I kind of want to do more of my psyker powers. Can I do my powers? Universal features, support features. Invigorate. Yeah, that's a healing. Let's do healing. Okay. We're making our healer. And we're choosing a common talent. When a psyker is healed or heals any ally. Okay, so it'll allow them to up life. Under the effects of psychic powers, they gain +5 toughness. So I can do critical healing, overheal, or toughness buff. Let's try for critical heal maybe. We'll try. So he's gonna do more toughness. And carouse. It wants him to have joint oh, hold on. Yeah, it wants him to have joint analysis. What else we got? You can move faster. Let's do that. Strength? No. Willpower? Perception? Let's see that perception. Whatever. Agility. Medicae is at 50. Let's do carouse. I think that'll be useful for her. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Alright, why not? We're trying to leave? To the door.
I'm at your service.
To the door.
Crafted for telerollment is not fit for a servitor.
Okay, so we hopefully killed all the cultists, so we don't have anyone underneath the city plaguing us anymore. So we came in here, so I guess we want to go through the long passage back up.
Is there money to be made?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Get a doggo. Alright.
Arbitrators, secure perimeter. Formation 4755. Glato, heal.
The huge cyber mastiff immediately stops snarling in your direction and goes quiet at its master's foot. Its stillness punctuated only by the thick globules of blood dripping from its metal fangs.
Proctor Exactant Solomon Antha of the Adeptus Arbates. State your name and the purpose of your stay on Rykad Minoris.
I am Rin von Valensis, successor to the recently deceased Theodora von Valensis. I've come to this world on personal business.
So, Theodora von Valensis is dead. I will deliver this tragic news to Marshal Strax. I honor the pact your predecessor made with the Adeptus Arbates. I won't keep you any longer.
What was the nature of the arrangement between the Arbates and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial Tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
Alright, they're mercs. What are you and your people doing here?
Removing obstructions to an official inquiry. My unit and I came here to investigate the disappearance of one particularly valuable ship, but the mutinous scum got in the way. Now we are having to deal with them too.
What do you know about the situation on the planet?
Only that the governor is failing in his responsibilities. This is a planet-wide rebellion, and it reeks of madness, or worse, of witchcraft. The rebels are blinding both themselves and others, and their ravens are the most insane and unholy thing I've ever heard.
Are you not supposed to help the governor regain control over this world? I thought that maintaining order was the foremost duty of any arbitrar.
Not every uprising demands action by the Adeptus Arbates. For now, I'm simply assessing the situation, and if our investigation requires that the rebellion be crushed, then we will intervene.
Seriously, buddy?
Still, the governor had best put a stop to this bedlam. He is not here to just sit and look pretty.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing all the work. What's this about a missing ship?
It's about a tithe ship. A vessel loaded to the brim with planetary tithes, amassed over a considerable period, suddenly went dark as soon as it departed Rykad Minoris.
What does it entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rykad Minoris, they include the ceramite and explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
What do you intend to do next?
Fight our way to the local administratum palace and ascertain whether a fire or some other disaster hasn't destroyed the documents related to the investigation. I hope the clerks were smart enough to put the records before their lives. If the Emperor favors us, we will extract the data we need, or else interrogate the survivors before we pay a visit to the governor. The questions we have for him are beginning to pile up.
The cybermastiff lets out a low growl and leans forward somewhere to the side. Solomon fires a shot in the same direction without even looking, and you hear a stifled, gurgling rattle.
Arbitrators, eliminate the surviving rebels. Now is not the best time for conversations. With target practice standing around like this. Unless you have more questions, I will proceed with my assignments.
Is the governor a suspect?
Every citizen of this planet is a suspect. But Governor Medina is under particular scrutiny. Seizing the sacred tithe requires access to information, resources, and power. The governor fits that profile. Then there's this rebellion. Convenient. How many records and crucial witnesses do you think will be lost? Some people call it cover-up. I do not like how aptly this term describes the present situation.
Nod at the cybermastiff. That is one fearsome-looking dog. I was impressed by his performance in battle.
That skirmish just now. Glato didn't even get to show off a tenth of what he is capable of. But he is quickly catching up with me for who's killed the most heretics today.
I'm on my way to see the governor myself. You and your unit could accompany me.
I must refuse. Our mission and the Marshal's orders take priority, even over a request from an individual as empowered as you.
Well, yeah, it's not Act 2 yet. Fine, no more questions.
May the Emperor watch over us. That way, this meeting won't be our last.
Alright, we'll see you later, buddy. Now where are we here?
The arbitrator's arrival was certainly a welcome sight.
So we got
Hopefully
lower
they will
level.
help to put things back in order around here.
Okay, so hopefully we've defanged the,
Keep your wits about you.
Fortune smiles on us. An ill
Pay
omen.
attention. Cast your eye there. Never doubt me. Nothing escapes my sight. The Emperor favors me today. Duty prevails. I better myself through my service. Never doubt me. The Emperor favors me today.
Alright, so what else we got?
I always have a backup plan. What a peculiar thing.
What's this? Lower Imperium test? Depend on intelligence?
You are in the presence of House
You're the only one
Orselio.
using fellowship right now. So you can have it, it's fine. Okay. Some 10 people, children among them, are huddled together in fear. You see that half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are waiting. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Errol. Look what you're doing to your own family. A woman about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard stretching her arms towards him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained your sight. While you still believe the lie, upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents ask him, who are you and why are you here? Are all these people your family? All of my adopted and blood children are here. I raised them all as my own, and now I must protect them, help them see. His mind and soul are pierced by shards of a colorful deception. Hues once twisted by despair, and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same again. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You're saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint, believing that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of the demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make mockery of your deplorable intellect. To cast your own children into the thrall of heresy, to drown your progeny in the filth with your own hands. I remember when the Vizier used to sew eyes shut so that his young spinners would see the truth. Cabela's voice sounds hollow, but there are glowing embers of fury in her eyes. Our ritual was one of service to him. It tempered and prepared us for our duty, but what you are working here is despicable heresy, a blasphemous mockery of our sacred disciplines. What are you trying to save them from, and who is behind this? At Aurora's behest, Aurora is a great prophet and great warrior. Their face is shrouded, but their gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us. And now the day has come. A prophet has come to Rykad Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and only those who accept Aurora's truth will survive it. No, you tell me, who are you and what are you doing to these unfortunates? I'm the chief. My former name, Errol, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth. My children will see it. Errol, spare us. Spare your children. Okay, so let's do the logic. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them. You've been blinding them so they could see the truth. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. Aurora, whoever that is, has exploited your naivete. You now see you're causing nothing but suffering. But all I wanted to save, The man drops his weapon and covers his face with hands in desperation. You hear several short sobs. There's no washing the blood from your hands, but you can at least let us go, Errol. The ones you haven't mutilated yet. The old man gestures to the other insurgents who lower their weapons, then he shifts his gaze to you, trying to hold back tears. What happens to us now? Your family may go, and some of you, but make sure I do not see you again. Your family will be taken care of. As for you, I condemn you to death. The old man's body falls to the ground. As soon as the hostages see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear around the bend. Alright, so he gets the blame for everything that happened. He absorbs their sins, and the rest of them get to move back.
Let us not dawdle.
Let us see what I
others
found.
do not.
We got another level.
Pay attention. Duty prevails.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Profitable learning, sure. What do we got here? Subtle manipulation? No, I think I need to, what's this one? Okay, every time the Psyker deals damage, they gain +1 stack of Siphon. The damage is dealt to a target adjacent, they gain 2. When the Psyker suffers lethal damage, the stacks are removed to reduce the damage by 1. Okay, so let's do that. That might be useful. I can increase my ballistics skill because I'm using sniping. Okay, let's do that. I'm doing a lot of sniping. What do we want to give her? Be smart. So if she's bleeding, she does more damage. Maybe we'll make her parry better. So she, let's up her Karoots. What does it recommend? Okay, let's do that one. Maybe I should start upping his demolition so that I don't have to use Argenta. Unless I give him coercion. Because not a lot of people have it. Intimidation, you can be my attack dog. Okay, I'm gonna up his demolition. I don't like Argenta, she's not doing a lot of damage. Expose for free. Okay, let's expose for free. Okay. Should bump up her Imperium. I don't know if I need commerce. Okay, where am I? There is something there and there.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, we'll go down this side first. No point to go that way. I'm sitting over here.
Ready for data input.
Oops.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, so now we gotta go back up to the other side. Oh, something here. Bolt pistol. We got a holy vestment. Can I put that on you? Or he already is using one. Whatever, you can have it for now.
I always keep my options open.
Go! Okay. Okay, so that's the command center. I guess that's where we're going. Okay, we got to the command center finally.
Rise to the top.
Now that I've solved all your problems.
Dark green, gloomy and stifling, fills this space like dense fog. The people here are drained, exhausted, bewildered.
What's this saying? Cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers to the ominous adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from the inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. Awaiting access code. You bypass the security layers. The Cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. Sacred computation, yada yada yada. Upon Logis Abel's orders, the archives of every augur station on Rykad Minoris and the 2 primary satellites of Rykad Star have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Maruf and Zarif the Keen, after 2 great champions of faith, whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellites' cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logis is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that the ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred augure's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Rykad Minoris cycles ago, early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logis Abel's conclusion. The insurrection on the planet has been long in the making with the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rykad system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship movements can only be attributed to weapon deliveries, but what is the nature of their activity near the Rykad Philia? Governor Medina's attention must be drawn to. The final entry cuts off abruptly. Okay. Satellite Magos Maruf reports the ship is translated into the system. Its signature is consistent with the records of the flagship of a rogue traitor dynasty, House von Valencius. The satellite Zarif the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship has sent an encrypted Vox transmission to an insurgent-controlled areas of the system of Rykad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to the planetoid Rykadi Philia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. The entry contains planetside coordinates marked as Heavy Augur Station jamming, perhaps a hidden insurgent base. Okay, so I guess the only important people are up here. The painfully thin tech priest turns sharply towards you. Sudden movement makes his chromed augmetics briefly clang. His gray eyes, set under furrowed brows, almost blend into the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy dour stare. Identification. Unit Logis Quartz Crown. Official trade representative of the Explorer Cognance Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes in the Rykad system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. When the tech priest noticed Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a tortuously long tirade in which the volume rises and falls seemingly at random. When it's finally over, the omniscient servant bows his head in deference. Unit Quartz Cram requests permission to transfer information. The rogue traitor possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Rykad system. Shamir. Pascal, what was that? A detailed complaint. I recommend you consider Unit Quartz Cram's request to transfer information. Permission to transfer information granted. What do you wish to tell me? The tech priest says sharply and curtly, Haphazard and careless decisions on the part of Rykad Minoris government has led to unacceptable consequences. Communication with the Adeptus Mechanis Sanctum has been lost. Troops must be sent to the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium without delay. Restoring communication with the Electro-Priests and ensuring the Sanctum's security are our top priorities. You're the head of a rogue traitor dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence. The Tech Priest pauses for a moment, and pressure on the subjects of the Imperium. Unit Quartz Cram requests assistance. The actions of Governor Faisal Rakadi Ab Medina Ab Coronis must be influenced. Demand that troops be sent to the Holy Monastery of the Adeptus Mechanis. I observe that this world's authorities lack diligence in the performance of their duties. This statement is true. United in their denunciation and brimming with righteous criticism, the pair in red exchange knowing nods. I'll discuss it. Unit Quartz Cram is very bold. The rogue traitor is highly likely to successfully influence the future actions of the local authorities. You're an explorer, aren't you? What are you doing here? Retrieving archived data. Over 70 Terran years ago, the governor of Rykad Minoris and authorized representatives of the Explorer Cognizance fleet made an agreement. Its goal was mutual benefit through cooperation. Unit Lodge's Quartz Cram is the fleet's appointed trade agent. The unit is responsible for maintenance of the arsenal and combat machinery. Blessed are the armorers, and there can be no Imperium without them. Blessed are the valiant warriors, and there is no end to the darkness without them. What is the Cognizant fleet doing in the Rykad system? The Cognizant fleet's presence in the Rykad system is negligible. Its research activities in the system have been concluded. A limited presence is maintained for purposes of logistical support, fulfillment of vows to maintain the omniscient creation's spiritual oversight. Alright. Commercial transaction. So, okay, profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, and treasury reserves. The value of your profit factor is displayed on the Reputation tab in the character menu. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items, completing colonial projects. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. Its level determines your ability to conclude them. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is influenced by trade deals and decreased by investments in colonial projects. Okay. We gotta complete trades. So he wants holy gifts. And then heretic trophies. I don't think I have any holy gifts. Range rifle. We have so much ranged weaponry. Here, have some guns. I'll give you guns. They even have armor. Alright, we got you up to level 1. He likes holy gifts. So you may have all the holy gifts. You have a couple armor kits as well. Holy gifts are yours. Alright, we're good. What do I get for that? I have a multi-key. It's not better than what we got. We'll take the medkits. What's the first aid manual? Soul siphon. Yeah, I want that. Is there any point to getting things you don't really need? I guess not. Okay, so hold on. I want this to be my spare weapon. No, not that one. Just unlocked it. Soul Siphon. This is my close-up weapon. We got spare med packs, which will be useful. I think I should probably give you a couple, because you tend to hit yourself a lot. Okay, we're gonna put that away. Okay, we're good. A tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt military manner. Faisal Rykad Medina af Coronis, Governor of the Star System. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze falls on Abelard, his eyes narrow slightly. Sarian? Governor Medina, my greetings. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor. I never thought that House of Celio would grace our world with visit. I only wish I would have received you under different circumstances. Cassia purses her lips, and an echo of grief knocks the wind out of those present. House Celio is grateful for the support that you've provided to your Act 5 these many years. The governor notices Cabela is closed, and his eyes go wide. He adds softly and cautiously, "This woman, she's your bodyguard, I presume, or is she here too?" He stops, choosing not to finish his question. "I'm not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise you their punishment will be swift and severe. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. All of the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your ladyship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there's a question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valentius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now the rogue traitor? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls." The governor frowns and a deep shadow falls over his face. "Rogue traitor von Valentius, slain, unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincerest condolences, your ladyship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might help. I need fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack of the ship. I need material compensation." The governor bows his head in acceptance. "Of course, your ladyship. You'll be compensated for any losses, and I'll see to it personally that your ship's holds are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves." Sweet, we got profit factor. "Excellent, your ladyship. A rogue trader has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you won't be able to do it until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for the heretical scheming. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defend the starport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. My kinsman, Kunrad Voigtvir von Valentius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he's hiding in the system, I want him handed over to me." "Voigtvir is a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However," the governor pauses to think, "we have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Logus Abel's Sanctum. It aggregated all the Lex Mechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Conrad's movements. At hazard, he fled from you on a ship, not on a pair of wings." "Heinrich von Calix, an interrogator of most Holy Inquisition, is operating their system. Do you know where he is?" "I do. Master von Calix has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanis. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity. But I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there." The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master von Calyx, you should go to the Cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanis. Notes of anxiety creep into the voice that rattles from Pascal's box. On behalf of the priesthood Mars, I, Magos Hanuman, am officially initiating my participation in the operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of failing into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained Magos should provide his assistance. I categorically object. The governor clenches his fist. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be tended by Omnisa's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in the same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Medina and Pascal glance at each other, their Andean gazes like crossed swords. You have picked an interesting time to quarrel with the servant of the Omnisa, Governor. A critical situation calls for decisive action. I simply cannot let every learned tech priest go to their death the moment they hear about an endangered relic. I need people who can do more than praise the Omnisa to look after the capital and its millions of citizens. Magos is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you. I would bet my life that no. The governor's voice dies down, the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Medina clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you have resorted to? Do you think this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling implement, steady and calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice at the crunching of bone and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? The governor mutters through gritted teeth. Abundantly so, Magos. Why are you so determined to get the monastery? Is it just because of the relic? It's why I came to this world. I am expected there. It would be my pleasure to assist the Omnisa's servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your ladyship. The drill stops. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magos Hanuman, officially undertake to accompany you in the Rykad system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Rykad system. You're Hanuman? Glad you're alive. The governor raises his eyebrows and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. Pascal, what's so special with the Cenobium and the relic? What is there that has drawn the attention of an interrogator of the Inquisition? I've never been there before, but I would presume that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction should it end up in heretical hands. The fury of the freed machine spirits, once released from the sacred circuit, will destroy everything around them. The degree of damage inflicted may render the world of Rykad Minoris uninhabitable. Heresy must be purged from those blessed halls. I declare any desecrator who defiles the relic's power a Category 3 blasphemer deserving of immediate execution. What has perplexed you about my companion's name? The governor looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports we've received, Logis Abel Hanuman set off for electrodynamic Cenobium a short while before it stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Master von Calyx. My name is Pascal Hanuman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. What do you know about this Abel, Governor? I've never met him in person. The esteemed Logis supervised the work of Rykad Minoris' Lex Mechanis for many years. However, he rarely left his cyber chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true anchorite. My throat is dying a little bit. Too much reading. Huh. Okay, why did he fly to the monastery? That seems suspicious. When a Logis of the Adeptus Mechanis wants to go somewhere, we don't ask why, your ladyship. Where can I see more information on him? I would have suggested that you inspect the esteemed Logis' sanctum. It was destroyed by the rebels. Recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. It is amazing that a mechanical voice from a box can sound so confused. That name might have been used as a signal intelligible only to its intended recipient. In that case, its bearer might be Archmagos or Manat, initiating an investigation and data collection procedure. Okay. Glad to be of service, your ladyship. Alright. Aurora. I'm gonna stop reading a lot because my throat is now really hoarse. Okay. So he's not convinced that it's a thing. Fine, we convinced him to figure it out. What's this? Oh, they caught up with us. He's arrested. Oops. I've never seen him to oppose a servant of the law. It's too dogmatic. Alright.
Keep your wits about you.
We're done? So we gotta go to monastery. I guess we are done here.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, I guess the monastery's over here. Let's go back to the bridge for a second.
Lord Captain? Lord Captain.
So... now 2 trading partners. He wants heretic trophies. Then Xeno artifacts. Here, take some armor. And some weapons. Alright, what does this give me? Give me the med kits. We'll put that in Kabbalah. That would be useful for Abelard. All right. I don't have my new guy on deck anywhere. Oh, he's over here?
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. I am honored to belong to the priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets. We safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened. That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra, and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute of machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands. And it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars forged steel bars that give the Imperium strength. It is both a treasure and a secret. Technology is how the divinity of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation. Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge, strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of Xenos. This bane is device called Xenotech.
Banning things you can't understand is the opposite of seeking knowledge. Technology is a tool that can be employed without risk by a wise wheelbarrow.
That is a bold hypothesis. And yet the Omnissiah teaches us that a dauntless mind can penetrate any knowledge through analysis, where the ignorant see heresy, the enlightened might see truth. This electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral. He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel, because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor. The Adeptus Mechanicus worshipped the Emperor. He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace. Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine, transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to binaric language. Meat begets weakness, it softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge, and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah.
He's our metal man.
However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant. Which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes. The right to witness the miracle of flesh being fused with holy metal is granted only to those who have ascended to the rank of initiate. However, your lofty status of rogue trader allows me to make a partial exception and reveal my sacred stigmata.
Ooh. I wish I hadn't seen it. Okay, but I've got tech use. It's interesting though.
The Omnissiah has been generous to you too. He has granted you understanding. Partially true. I had a voice modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I am used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation. Acknowledged. The request is approved. I am ready to provide the necessary information. I came heeding the call of my mentor, the blessed Archmagos Amanat. We were supposed to meet on Rykad Minoris and discuss my mission. Thank you. Information acknowledged. I will analyze it and take additional security measures. I propose that it was the blessed Amonat who assumed this name. This name is assigned to me. His presence in the hands of heretics is categorically unacceptable. The canon of technological security commands that every effort be made to rescue a high-ranking bearer of knowledge. Acknowledged. The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information. Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago. Any events preceding that moment are insignificant. I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis Expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension. Archmagus Amanat, my blessed mentor, commanded me to crew the orbital station Altar Templum Calixus X-17. This venerable temple station was founded in the early years of our expansion into the Coronis Expanse. It is currently a rear observation post of the Cognizance Fleet in orbit around the star Furibundus. The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanica sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the Code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge. Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy. They are my younger brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension. Acknowledged. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Alright, I think I should probably leave off here before we go into another major mission, because I only have like 10 minutes left. But we got our new guy. We got through that long section. What's this thing over my head? Denial of Nightmares. The wearer gains immunity to the horrors of the warp effect. Ah. Alright. So we're gonna save. My oldest save, which is this one. Alright. And yeah, I'm starting to see the similarities to Dungeons and Dragons in this, in that you have long campaigns and every session you deal with a certain sort of part of the campaign. And it's very story-based. It's an interesting style of game, and the characters themselves are very interesting and very well voice acted in the things that they have voice acted. So it'll be interesting to see how this progresses further, and I guess that means I'm still interested in the game. I'm going to come back to this next Friday, and I guess that's it for today. So until next time.